recording. There we go. All right, so let's make a coin. Initial coin offerings were all the rage a couple of years ago. They seem to have gone out of fashion, but everybody makes custom coins for all kind of purposes, and so you can create this thing in Remix, and I'll keep using my same browser. But now we're not going to need real Ether like the Sephora or anything. We're going to just use the simulated blockchain, which is very nice. So I'm just going to move my instructions over to the side and demonstrate it here in this browser. All right. So I have this browser where we just made the faucet. So I go back to the page where you can make text, and I can create the coin smart contract, which I think I do have it. All right. So here's the coin contract. So you tell it what version of Solidity it is. You have a public address, and this is how you're going to keep track of your new coin you made up. You make a mapping from address to uint. So everybody's coin will be tied to their real address. Use the same address for all your different cryptocurrencies, and that's tied to your wallet. And I just have it's a public record of what the balances are, and this will just expand as necessary to everybody. I don't need to specify how many people will own coins. Everybody in the Ethereum system can trade coins from this public mapping. And then there's a record when something is sent, and the constructor code, when you create the contract, defines the minter to be the person who sent the request to deploy the contract. So if you deploy the contract, you are the only one qualified to mint coins. And now you can mint coins, up to 10 to the 60 of them. As long as you are the official minter, you can mint any amount of coins, and that will just add those coins to your account as the minter. And then there's an error if you have insufficient balance, and here's how you can send coins to a different person. Receiver and amount. As long as you have enough balance, it will send it to the person and subtract it from your account and add it to their account. So we've now created a coin, and this is how you create all the other coins out there, special purpose coins like basic attention token and everything else. And so we're going to deploy this thing on the, first I have to compile it. So that was putting in the code. This is compiling it. So I compile, and it has to go to the right version, and then compile, and the check mark says it works with no problem. Now I'm going to deploy it, and we're going to deploy it to the simulated JavaScript VM, so we don't really have to have MetaMask or any coins or wait or anything. So this is definitely the most convenient way to work, although it doesn't always completely exactly duplicate what happens on the real blockchain, but mostly it's pretty good. So I'll go to Remix VM in London. This is a simulated blockchain, and it creates a bunch of accounts, each of which start with 100 Ether in them. So you can practice sending stuff from one account to another. It's really very nice. And so you deploy to that. Deploy happens instantly. You don't have to wait for it to be mined. So down here I have a contract. All right. And so I can now mint some coins. Since I deployed it from this account, 5B3, so I am the minter. And I can, for example, I can click this and see the minter. You see there I am, 5B3. I'm the minter. I'm the one allowed to mint coins. So I can mint some coins here. And I think, again, I have to paste a ridiculous number. Yep, there we are. I've got a ridiculous large number of coins to mint, 22 times 10 to the 8th, or 222 times 10 to the 18, some ridiculous number. So I can, that's the receiver field. I had to expand this. That's the receiver field, and now I have to, I've done it wrong. That has to be the amount. The receiver is going to be somebody. Let's see. I guess I'll use me. Okay. Right, because I'm minting into my account. Now, I'm just a little troubled. Why is the receiver even required here? Oh, so I could mint it. I'm required to be, the person who paid the gas is the message sender. So I could mint into a different account if I wanted to. That's interesting, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to mint into this account. I'll copy it here and put that account here in receiver. There, that should work. Let's see, transact. It worked with a green check mark, means it mined it and it didn't create an error. And so now I should have a balance. And I can see if I have the balance by viewing my address here. So I put in that address and call. And you see I now have a balance of 222 times 10 to the 18 or some ridiculous number. So I have some of these coins. And that's it. Then I can send those coins to other accounts the same way. So let's send some coins to the second account. If I go up here, here's the accounts. Remember, this one is a little bit down on Ether because I had to pay for some gas. I'm going to send some of my new coins to this person, AB. So copy that and send. That's the receiver. All right. And I want to send a smaller amount, like 5 times 10 to the 18 of my coins to this person. So I transact, and it didn't work. Debug the transaction. And the reason it didn't work is because I sent it from the second account, which has no coins. I have to send it from the first account, which has coins. This is the account I'm sending it from, the person that's paying for the gas. Now it should go through. There we go. And so this now I can check these balances. So the balance of my original account, if I call this again, has fallen to 217 instead of 222, and the balance of the receiver account should have gone up by 5 times 10 to the 18. And there it has. So I sent coins from one to another, and that's it. I've now created a new cryptocurrency, and I can sell it and record it and all that jazz. So that's making a coin. So far, we haven't had security problems. And I'm going to stop this recording.